What's up, friend? So we're gonna go today on how I created this thing, which my kid actually created. I just animated it and brought it to life. And if that sounds something cool you want to do with your kid, I think it helps them grow their imagination and build confidence in what they're making, lets them explore their imagination more and all that good stuff. So if you're down for that, let's get into it. I'll walk you through how I do this, and we'll do another live demo together. So essentially what we do is he has a creation. He built this Lego set. He builds a lot of Mario things, but he built this Lego set specifically just to be like an astronaut or like an alien in space. And he said that this is like a space station, and those are vents at the top. And this guy's like an astronaut, a little cute astronaut, and this thing next to it is like a shooting thing that sends lasers, fire into space if he needs to use it. I was like, that's a pretty impressive concoction he did straight from his imagination. He didn't, look it up anywhere. It was straight from his mind. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we brought that to life? And he's like, yeah, but we can't really do that. I was like, I don't know. Maybe we can do that. So I said, where do you imagine him being? And he's like, in space. So he's building it right here. You can listen to him talk about it.
This is space. A person right here doing a science experiment to see where his to see if that fire gun, well, basically a gun that shoots fire, works. And basically, that's the vent, and he has a little eye friend because if he explodes, that means his experiment is done wrong.
If one explodes,
his friend died. But if he just keeps drifting in outer space, that means he's right on track with his experiment.
But he said that this is in space. So I took a picture of it, brought it into Photoshop, and basically masked this guy and threw this as the background. And if you come over here, you should be able to see me going through this. Let's bring this down a little bit. So I just threw this into that picture that I got off of Google. And what I'm trying to do is make it match the scene. So all I'm doing in Photoshop, I mean, you can do this on your phone. If you have, you can use generative AI to add this onto the moon. But let's say you do want to kind of go expert level. So if you add this into Photoshop, I added a couple colors adjusters and levels to match the scene over here. You can see the lighting is a little off. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but I also wanted to add those shadows underneath it to match these shadows on the moon so that it kind of does look like this guy, this astronaut and his space station are on the moon. It might have, it's supposed to be a little bigger. I think I do that after I stop recording, but essentially that's it. I'm adding him to the moon, making them blend in, and that's it. Then I save that picture. And what I do is then I come into a AI platform called Kling. And what Kling does is Kling allows you to use text to make a photo, text to make a video, and image to make video. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the image part of it to make the video. So if we go in, we upload the image, and then we go into the prompt. Now, this may take a few steps because we don't know if it's going to actually understand what we put in as the little, what do I put in? The little green creature. I don't know if it's going to understand that. Hopefully it does. We're not saying planet. We're not saying space station. I'm just trying to basically get a foundation on what it's going to interpret as what, and then I expand upon that. So I put in my prompt and I try to make it detailed, but again, I'm just trying to understand what it's going to understand, what it's going to see, what it's going to interpret. And I'm asking my son as well, is this what you're saying? He's giving me feedback. I'm putting it in. And yeah, I press generate. It takes 50 credits to make something 10 seconds long. At this point, they're giving me free sound effects. So I was like, why not use that? And essentially it makes it like this. On its first try, it makes something kind of looks like stop motion, but it creates this. And let me show you my son's reaction.
Oh, that's so cool.
How do you make me do that? Your video worked. rad. Cool. That's cool, man.
That's your creation, dude.
I mean, he was holding the fire gun?
It's your creation with what you said. That's awesome, huh?
How'd you make me do that?
Well, you made it, and then I asked you what you wanted to say.
How did you make it grow legs?
So I thought it was awesome. It did a great job on the first try. If not, then we'd go mess with the prompt. We'd switch it up a little bit to get it to where we want. And then you can download it and you have it. And let's play it once with the music, with the sound. You add this in and it does a great job. So I'm going to go in with you live right now. So I'm going to open up Kling and I'm going to add a photo in there. So I don't know which one to add. Let's add, this one looks fun. This one looks fun. Let's go with this one. So what I'm going to do is, once this is added, what do we want to do for the prompt? So I'm going to say kid standing next to, well, let's just start with this. Shark costume to right of kid starts dancing and then is eaten by a walking shark larger than himself. Kid pulls out a laser gun and shoots huge shark, saving the smaller costume shark. See, I don't know if it's going to do that, but let's see. Let's see what it does. It can take a few minutes. It says how long it takes. So you got to have patience. Now, when Kling first started, when I started using this a year ago, this 2 minutes could be straight up 4 to 6 hours. So it's come a long way. It's improving. I guess it does depend on how many people are using it. Depends which model you're using. There's more accurate models that use more credits. There's weaker models that use less credits. This exact thing that I used to do, sounds were added recently, but this exact thing used to be 75 credits for 10 seconds, 35 for 5 seconds, and now it's basically gone in half. So you're getting 10 seconds for 50 seconds and 5 seconds for 25 credits. Did I say 50 seconds, 50 credits? And then we see what it does. So let's wait until it comes. And just to give you a couple of things, you can, if you're a member, you can do several things. So let's just add another photo in there while we're waiting. And let's do this. Let's say kid plays paper, rock, scissors with Santa before winning, and reindeers come into shot and remove Santa but give gift to the kid. So again, I don't know if it's going to be able to do this, because if you add too many things, it's just going to do like the first part of it. It's not going to be able to do everything. Let's do one more. Let's do this one. Kid posing in front of skeletons before skeletons come to life. Stand up and kid scares them off by standing tall. Let's make it like that. All right. So I have 3 things going on right now, and they're probably going to take a few minutes each, but I'm going to show you the results of that. And then you can determine, these are just cell phone photos I took. You don't have to take professional photos. You can also add things in that what you want it to end up as, but the transition isn't very good. I don't like the transition. You can go to motion control. You can do something else that's kind of new, where you add like a reference video. So like, let's say the reference video is a skeleton dancing, and then you add this photo in. So then the kid turns into dances like the skeleton. So if you have reference videos, it does that as well. I want you to start with here first, because it's basic, it's doable. You can go to images, which use less credits. You can even do audio, which uses less credits. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. But the coolest, I think, for kids is when they see a video, because you can do photos with ChatGPT and a whole bunch of other things. But I think video is still unique. Video is cool. Let's see what this does. Oh, he's using like a super soaker. Wow. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. That is sick, dude. That came out kind of what I was picturing in my mind. The shark looks a little scary though. That's awesome. People aren't reacting too much in the background. Oh man. And then if you want to keep this going, because it doesn't have something more than 10 seconds, you go to the last frame and you can screenshot that, save that however way you want, add that back in, and then keep it going. So you can like make a 20 seconds long video. Let's see what this one is. That's pretty cool too. Aw, that's awesome. All right, let's see this third one. I'm pretty happy with these. I think my kid's going to be pretty happy with these too. He's going to be amazed. He's going to get used to it. He sees too much of this stuff. He's going to get used to it, but let's check it out. Let's see what this one does too. This one might be the coolest one. This shark one I thought was really cool. The Santa one is cute. Looks very realistic, not stop motion-y. Let's see what this one looks like. This picture was taken inside a Michael's, I believe, during Halloween. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Okay. Didn't really do, doesn't really scare them off. He just taps them, and then it kind of shifts a little bit. By the time he looks back at the camera, it doesn't really look like my kid. So if I were to show this to him, I'd probably go until this area where he pushes him in, because when he comes back, he's kind of transformed a little bit. Still good effort, but I like this one the least. Definitely still save it. So yeah, these were three little things, three ways we did. Let me see. Do we want to do the fourth one too? Let's do this family picture too. So posing for camera before flying ostriches and penguins fly overhead behind them, and they look on in shock. Let's see. Flying ostriches, penguins. Let's add another bird in that doesn't fly. Penguins. No, let's just keep it simple. Let's do those. Flying ostriches, penguins. Should we add another animal that doesn't fly? What's another animal that wouldn't fly but would look cool? Thinking like giraffe, thinking like, no, let's add unicorns. All right, family posing for camera before flying ostriches, penguins, and unicorns fly overhead behind them, and they look on in shock. Cool. This will be the last one, because then otherwise we're going to run out of, I'm not going to run out of credits, but I want to save some credits for the professional work that I'm doing. Trying to create some content too. But yeah, let's see what this is. Awesome. This is so sick, dude. I love this one. And then he gets up. Yeah, but he shoots him. Santa one. I'm trying to see if his face shifts too, but it looks like he maintains it. This one I like the least. And it looks like a little bit of weird motion as he stands up, like grain or something. Let's hope this one's the best one, the family one. I'll show my wife too and see if she rolls her eyes at me or if she appreciates it too. Because if she likes it, we'll do more of these. You know, we'll go on our family trip through AI instead of actually going there. I'm kidding. All right, let's see how this came out. Ostriches. Where's the penguins, dude? Then why do we look all sad? It's kind of a crap job. So let's do this. Let's do this. This is the 2.5 turbo. If we go into this one, it's now doing the 70 because it's supposed to do a better job. 2.6 I think is just for audio. But if I take the audio off, it goes to 50. So let's do this. Let's do the 2.1. Ooh, 200 credits. Wow. Okay. So let's see what it does. Sound effects, if I turn it off, does that make a difference? No. And they look into shock and then smile at each other. All right. So I'm going to show you these results too once we have it, and we'll be able to compare. Don't like our faces, man. What did you do to our faces, AI? Screwed that up. Why do my cheeks look so puffy? Damn. All right, let's hope this does a better job. You use freaking 100, 200 credits, so better do a good job. And then let's see how it compares to this one. And yeah, then we'll go into we'll show people these and see what people think, which one's the best one. So I'm using the 2.5 master. I'm gonna go back to turbo so I don't accidentally use 200 credits again, because that's a lot of freaking credits, man.